What is up, everybody? It's TV here today. We're gonna talk about how down bad some of these Sony fanboys are. Now, I did the video about how Star Blade only sold 1 million copies, which I didn't think it was too impressive because the PS5 has around 60 million consoles sold at this point in time, and this game got such a heavy push from Sony. The people on social media were going hard about this game, telling people to buy this game. They were going to support it to take jabs at the so-called Western gaming media because the characters pretty much lewd and all the different screenshots we were seeing and videos. And so this game got a big buzz on social media. So, Stellar Blade only selling 1 million, I didn't think it was too impressive. But we got Sony fanboys taking shots at an indie game developed by 6 people. Now, this is the most pathetic thing I have seen by far. They are so down bad. But this is what this guy stated to the people, the developers of this Hypercharge game, saying how they sold 100,000 copies in under a month. Once again, this game's made about 6 people. So I think a game made about 6 people selling 100,000 copies in a month is pretty good. But this guy says otherwise. He says, remember everyone, Stellar Blade selling 1 million copies was considered a flop by the Xbots. I want to see that same energy from that community of hypocrites. So now you're hypocrites if you call out Stellar Blade not doing that great. But apparently, bruh, these guys are so slow. It is a massive difference. Stellar Blade had the massive backing of Sony, and the company who made Stellar Blade isn't an indie company. Neeks, whatever they're called, they're big on mobile gaming. So it's a big reach. It's not even, how can you even compare the two? Like, it's just so ridiculous to even compare the two. But then when you look at this guy's profile, Platinum Trophy Hunter, advocate of quality, and the anti-Xbot. So this dude is a super Xbox hater, Sony fanboy. Then he has the hashtag Forever Physical. Well, I guess he didn't get the news today that, Sony is trying to get rid of physical disc at this point in time. Where they're drastically reducing their physical media overall. So, I'm not going to be Forever Physical, especially being a Sony fanboy, but there you go. But yeah, this is a big drastic comparison. It's so ridiculous. Like, this is some Mr. Fantastic reaching right here. And this just proves you're just salty and delusional about what Stellar Blade did. Like, I don't think 1 million, once again, 1 million copies is not, I don't think that's impressive. I don't think they're happy with that number. And that's why they're most likely going to put this game on PC because they need the support for this game because 1 million is not enough copies. That doesn't sound like that's a lot. Especially when the PS5 user base has 60 million consoles there. It just sounds ridiculous. Like, it's a big difference. It's a big difference between a game with 6 people making it compared to a game like over like 200 people or having people that got working on this game from the Stellar Blade team. Like, there's a big difference. But let's see what people got to say about this. Can you not be embarrassing? An action figure game made about 6 indie devs. Yeah. I'm like, how can you compare the two? It's just ridiculous. Hypercharge was made by 6 guys. Stellar Blade was fully funded with a $50 million budget AAA game made by a full studio of 98 people. Yeah, 6 versus 100 people pretty much. It's a big difference. But these Sony fanboys can't see the difference, apparently. It's literally comparing apples and oranges. It's like, what are we doing here? Stop listening to them when they call games flops. Xbox platform still wouldn't help the games to sell 2 million. These are the people that said Final Fantasy 16 selling 3 million a week was a flop. Who said that was a flop? I don't remember people saying Final Fantasy 16 was a flop. Okay. It obviously wasn't enough for Square Enix because they put their games multi-platform and they're doing the big initiative to make their games multi-platform, so it obviously wasn't enough. But Street Fighter 6 that sold 1 million on all platforms combined is a success. These people really be some revisionist history doers right here, because I don't remember any of this nonsense, but okay. Hypercharge, a 7-year-old PC game made by 6 people. What the F is this take? Honestly, this is an indie game. 6 people made a game that sold 100k copies. This is a massive win for them. Yeah, it's like you got to compare the scale. Like, it's just so dumb. Like, why would you even compare the two? But, Sony fanboys aren't too bright. You do a little bit of research and see that, hey, this game has a real small team making it, so it's gonna be a big difference when you compare the two. And Xbox didn't really like they didn't do a whole campaign that advertised this game like that. Stellar Blade did have a big campaign, so we advertised all of that game, and it still didn't do that great. Nobody is saying Stellar Blade is a failure. At least haven't seen that. I mean, I'm not saying it's a failure, but I don't think they're too happy with that number. 1 million sold. Well, that's a great number to sell of that game. That as much as it was pushed like that, I don't think that number is great. So, that's my opinion. This isn't apples to oranges comparison and makes no sense. It really doesn't. Hypercharge is made by 6 devs. It's an indie game. It costs $30 and it's multi-plat. Yeah. And it costs way less than other game too. So it's like, the comparison is just dumb. It just screams of copium and just like you're coping because Stellar Blade didn't do that great. So you would have picked any Xbox game to try to go against it. But it's like those dumb. Bro was comparing a AAA game to a few kids programming out of a garage. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Poor ponies are just down bad. Every game has flopped on console this year. Have to resort to picking on probably the smallest studio out there. That is kind of pathetic. Like, one of Sony's biggest games of the year, you compare one of Sony's biggest games to a small indie developer game made by 6 people. Like, that's just sad. Console wars are getting to such a sad and pathetic point. Like, who compares like a big, like, I don't even, Stellar Blade could be, I don't know if it's AAA or Debway, but it's like in that realm of highly budget games to a game made by 6 people. Like, that comparison is just so bizarre to make that comparison. There's a massive difference between the games you're comparing, and that's the size of the studios who made them. LMAO, you're comparing a pebble to the rock that's almost crushed Indiana Jones, and it isn't even fair. Stellar Blade has a team of over 1,000 people. Upcharged team of 6 people. And apparently the parent company of the game makers is Tencent as well too. I didn't even know that. Yeah, so it's a big difference. It's like, come on here. Now, come on now. It was just stupid to compare the two. I didn't know Shift Up's parent company was Tencent. So yeah, it's like, what are we doing here? God, you're just a loser. 6-man dev team versus 250 plus. Different types of projections for success regardless whatever loser considers Stellar Blade a flop. No, to try and drag an indie game like this because it's on Xbox is beyond pathetic. It really is. There's a difference between a big studio funded by Sony and an indie studio that consists of 6 developers. So selling 100,000 copies in a month in this case is very impressive. Don't be this ridiculous. Stellar Blade had more devs and exclusive PlayStation advertising, added events, and more. You're attacking a studio of less than 10 people for your hatred of Xbox. Just ridiculous. And he's just getting clowned in the comment section. Like, they're just roasting this guy. Like, nobody agrees with this dumb take because it just sounds so stupid. The Sony pony is just hurt too bad he had to pull up unlogical comparisons. Poor kid. This is the dumbest crap I've seen all week. Are you just stupid or something? Hey, you dumb pony. This is a game. They just roasted this guy in the comment section, bro. Like, I don't know how these people just don't be deleting these threads. Like, if you're just gonna roast it, I would delete this nonsense. Like, everybody's just cooking me in the comment section, I would just shut it down. But you know, they just keep it up there. And apparently 190 people like this. Like, bro, Sony fanboys are literally the most. How do you like this tweet? So even though he made this dumb tweet, 190 people like this dumb tweet. Like, so you're just as bad as this guy. And that's probably why Elon turned off who you can see who liked it, because this is just ridiculous. Like, I would not listen to anybody's opinion who actually liked this tweet. Like, you're just as dumb as this guy is, to be honest. Who the hell compares a game made by 6 people to a game made to a game that has 250 plus people making it? Like, that's just dumb. Console wars are actually a good thing because it lets 2 people make themselves known to the public. The game they're trying to disparage wars is made by 6 people, by the way. For those that are impressionable, please don't be a constant where everyone just pities you. Yeah, he's literally getting roasted in the entire comment section. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand made this guy make this tweet like this. He's just literally getting roasted. Look at this but that little life calling a very small indie dev team for console ammo. You don't belong to the gamer community. He's comparing a AAA game to a small 6-man indie studio game. Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. But I'm going to conclude it right here. Don't be a butthurt Sony fanboy like this. It's literally making no sense. Just take the L, or just take the L, put your big boy pants on. The people criticize Stellar Blade selling only 1 million copies. By the way this game was pushed by the anti-woke people, the Sony fans, and Sony in general, you thought this game would have sold a lot more, especially when it has a user base of 60 million. As like rightfully anybody, I think it would have sold a lot more, but 1 million isn't too impressive. But reaching as low as compared to a game made by 6 people, it's just desperate. And then it's just super desperate. But yeah, I'm gonna conclude it right here. Kudos to the Hypercharge team. 100,000 copies for a game made by 6 people is very impressive. Do better, but I definitely want to see your comments down below about this. Leave a like if you like this video, and as always, thanks for watching, and peace.